Good morning, fellow Nigerians. It don't happen again, oh. You should remember the prophecy that went viral one time from a certain man of God who, what people now say, accurately predicted or prophesied the outcome of the 2023 general elections, the presidential elections actually. Mentioned how Tinubu was going to, and all that. Peter Obi will crown national TV, the rigging, and eventually went on to narrate the scenes that will precede the swearing in, and then what will happen afterwards. Just in case, let me take your mind back to it in a jiffy. But the man has been arrested. That's the news that is in the street now. He has been arrested and currently being remanded at the Kirikiri maximum prison. But before then, this is what you should know.
Today's date is what? Shout it. 19th of 2023. However, so because there is no money to buy vote, he will lose in the polls. But already there is a partnership with a man in the system that will cause the vote to be rigged. So suddenly I saw the numbers dropping, and I saw INEC announcing BAT as a winner. He was announced winner, and we will see a video where we'll do like this. The video will trend. He will be declared winner on falsehood. The Lord, I saw Peter Obi crying, red eye in tears, proper tears. I saw article like this. Peter Obi will go to court. He will go to court. And the day for swearing him, Tinubu, will come. I saw white, I saw green. About to be sworn in that day. While at that event, military men will come in and they will arrest Tinubu. He will be arrested. And at that point, an interim government will rule Nigeria.
Yes, that's it, right? And that is it. I didn't share that video, right? Personally, I have my personal principles, and some of you know, of course, coming here, you know there are things I don't dabble into. Several pastors spoke, prophesied, apart from Dr. Paul Eneche, that I think I shared once or twice. I deliberately was careful about sharing thoughts from the pulpit, right? Not because they don't have right, not because they were not firm and all that, but personal principles. I don't want to go dabble into all that right now. But for this particular prophecy, I didn't share, right? I believe so much in the supernatural intervention of God, but I think that people must also play their role. So whatever, when that prophecy was going viral, it made sense. I supported, I listened to it. Maybe a few things would have been said right, but of course when God gives instructions, right, but wisdom again will teach you how to code a few things, so to speak. Respect to the man of God for all he did. I also think maybe I could avoid posting it so that people would know that we are fighting a battle. We are fighting a battle, so they could go ahead and do. God gave us choices. All that's another day story. However, currently, what we hear, the man made a video a couple of days ago that was not shared on his church platform. I had to visit that church platform for the first time for this particular video. And then the man has been remanded in Kirikiri prison for an allegation of rape. Rape is a very serious crime, so it's not enough for us. I'm not going to come here to say he is guilty or not guilty. It's a very serious crime, and I don't joke with it. However, we must understand clearly that we are fighting a war right now. We must understand there is there's no publication, no news report, no police report anywhere. Suddenly, the man complained that he's been monitored, he's been trained, and then no invitation whatsoever. And now we hear that two of his church members, so there's a so two church members went on. So if you don't mind, say maybe it's a case of setup, but beyond all this setup, I'm telling you, in case you stand for the throat and then you are in this camp of believing that Nigeria must be taken back from the clustered demonic wicked fingers of this crop of leaders that has forced their will and themselves on this country, they must be ready for all sorts. Why am I putting this out? Maybe tomorrow we hear that Mr. Common Sense was arrested for rape or maybe for crime or for fraud and all that. I have also had my own fair share. Apart from the insult, I have my mouth, right? I was born and bred in Benin, so you can't get me down, definitely. Decency, education, exposure, enlightenment, and a couple of other things makes us a bit careful in the things that we share. If not, bad mouth there, we fit still talk am, right? I've been insulted, I've been abused, I've been threatened. My friends, there are people that I hold in high esteem because I chose this camp. They told me a lot. Somebody even told me that I should be careful of the Benin I am staying, that I don't own this Benin, I don't know anything about Benin, and all that is fine. I'm also not worried about um, agencies of government also being used to deflating or closing our mouth. But then I'm worried that Nigerians are not realizing that it's a war that we are fighting and anybody can be attacked as long as you've got a voice, right? And then it's dangerous for us. There are several pastors in this country, and this is not for any reason trying to endorse impunity. There are several pastors in this country that have been accused of rape. None of them have been arrested nor even remanded in prison custody. Maybe this man spoke too early. Maybe he doesn't have the backup. Maybe he doesn't have the strength. I don't know. He may be wrong. I would just say, let's prepare for everything. Whether you're a content creator, you're someone who defends you're on the side of the people and wanting to forcefully take back this country from the hands of those who has clustered their fingers on it and said it will never happen. Be ready for us, son. Be ready. Don't be surprised you hear that this person was alleged to have done this person have done this person. I have been threatened. I was told never. I had a project to do in Lagos not too long, but someone told me never. Someone maneuvered his way into my life and sounded like he wasn't obedient. One day I just, beyond the spectrum of what we're having, I just let me look for this person's real name, right? And then I went on. I saw that this person was a full-blooded Tinubu person on his personal profile on Facebook, but his page and his WhatsApp, he was careful. I don't know what he wanted. He has always been saying, "Come over, come over, come over, come over. Let's talk. I love you," and all that. And that's why you see that a lot of you are writing messages. Someone came all the way from a neighboring state and said, "Wanted to see me." I don't want to see you right now. I'm careful, right? It's not that I'm scared of. I'm just being careful. The things that I can carefully handle, let me carefully handle it. The things that God will handle for me, let God do. What am I saying is a lot of things are happening. A lot of persons. Imagine if not that, I don't even know how to say it. Who is the man was just picked, sent to prison. I hear he's supposed to appear in court whether yesterday or today or tomorrow. I don't know. But he's already in prison. He has been remanded. Of course, allegations of rape by law, serious enough for that. But I'm saying there's so much happening. There is so much happening. Watch the video of the man complaining of him being trained, and then eventually what's up. We just pray that God help him and God get him out. But the rest of us should be careful. Let's know that we are fighting a full-blooded war against these people. They are not taking it lightly because we want to remove food from their mouth. These guys are career politicians. They have lived all their life. Please share this video, right? Share this video and let it go so that everybody will learn. All of us, please, wherever you are, you live in the abroad, you're in this country, you do business, please let's be careful. Their job right now is to implicate us in one or two crimes so that they can be able to shut our voices. God forbid I am accused of a particular crime. Maybe I don't know, I've set up whatever, and then I'm sent into prison, right, and start to go to court. I won't be making videos. My voice will not be added to the voices of people who are demanding for qualitative leadership and good governance in this country. God help us. Again and again, we're fighting a war. Yes, Lord.
I'd like you to pay attention to the things I'm about to say. In recent times, a lot has been happening in Nigeria's political space. And all of you know, those who are members of the church, know that I've had to miss church for several weeks because of people tracking me and trying to get me, arrest me. And I've been going out strictly by the leading of the Spirit. There were times uniformed men came to church looking for me on the Sunday like this. I didn't find me. And what I had always said was that if you want to invite me, or you expect me to be somewhere, I just expect you to send a letter or send me a letter. You know the church office. I'll come. You don't need to come looking for me or trying to find me. These uniformed men have been to my house. They didn't find me too. But till now, I'm letting you know that I have not been officially served by any security agency. About 2 weeks ago, some members sent me a publication they saw on TVC News and some other newspaper saying that Bishop Feyi ought to be in court on Monday, the 3rd of April. I don't know if some of you saw it. Okay. The publication said I ought to be in court, and I was not in court. Let me say it categorically and officially. I was never served, and I never got the letter. My office never got the letter. I don't even know why I ought to be in court. I do not know who is charging me to court. The news went viral. I know some of you read it, and some of you have made your judgment about whatever you're reading in the news. Those things are not true. I was never saved. We live in a country where a man of God cannot say what the Lord has told him for the fear of persecution. When you say things the Lord is saying to you, is look to anyone who feels touched by whatever you have said, looks for a way to attack and afflict you. Recently, we heard of a prophet who was arrested by security agencies because of his prophecy. I know for sure that all the attacks against me are politically motivated, and the goal is to discredit my voice as a prophet because I took a stand. They are watchers in scripture. They are prophets in scripture. But when a prophet is a watchman, he is meant to speak whatever God is saying to him. A pastor may not. It is in that speaking that the elements of that territory respond to the words of his mouth. It is in such speaking that the counsel of God is established. And I believe I fall into that category. Hear me carefully. The coming days may stretch us. That's the best word I can use. I know God will see us through. I know in part what is coming, but I cannot say I know completely. There is a case of Lagos versus me that I saw in newspaper publication. I did not see any other name there because it was text, I believe. And this case is to be heard tomorrow, Monday, 17th of April. And Lagos State is charging me for rape. So I will be in court to answer. I do not even know who the person is. But what I saw that looks like a DPP advice that I saw on the internet has no name. It's just Lagos State Pastors Daniels. All right. If my words mean anything to you, I want to say to you, I've never raped anyone in my life. Now, to think that I do not have enemies is to fool myself. I know I have them, political and religious. But there's something I know about storms. You must learn to walk through them, and that is how you walk out of them. This will make us stronger. This will make us bigger. And we will come out of it victorious. In this generation of tabloids, if you are going to follow a prophet or God's servant, you must follow him with discernment of the heart. not with social media likes, comments, and bloggers' posts. You must be able to see through the heart and know this one is of God, despite whatever is thrown at him. I know you have the Spirit of God, and I know you can discern when you see a man that is of God and when you hear a man that is of God teach. This is me telling you to get ready for another kind of publicity. Get ready for another stride of victory too. The publicity will announce me, it will announce us, and it will bring glory. I honor you. God bless you.